4K 30 FPS for next gen. Does it matter? Let's get into this. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Greg, aka Jersey's Finest 186, here with Chill Gaming, the gaming news channel. We'll discuss all things gaming. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Jersey's Finest 186. Also, be sure to check out our Discord. All the socials will be in the description box below. What's up, all my chill gamers out there? I am back after a week. I had some family situations to take care of, but I'm back. So as I was away, there was some interesting gaming news out there that baffled everybody. Some old articles got debunked and all this by Insomniac Games, and Richard Review Tech putting a video out about Ratchet and Clank only being 4K 30 with ray tracing to lower resolutions 1080p 60. And my buddies over there at Dark 1985 Isomotion Gaming, shout out to you guys. They actually made a video last week, and I was going to make a video, but you know, obviously I had family things to take care of for the last 5 to 6 days. So I really wanted to make a video, but I couldn't, man. I wasn't even home, and I was like, oh man, I want to make a video about this, but I can't. But yeah, so the situation was that Richard Review Tech, you know, a lot of people follow him, you know, shout out to him. Does amazing work. Real funny guy too, man. I've been watching him for like 6, 7, 8 years, something around there, since 2012 or so, I think. You know, so he put out an article, or he got the information from the article. I forgot which article. If I find it, it's in the link in the description. I'll put it there if I find it. He put a video out for Ratchet and Clank from Insomniac Games, or somebody confirming that Insomniac Games said that it's 4K 30 and lower resolution 1080p 60. Now, a lot of PlayStation fans out there are kind of upset about, or was upset about this, or still are upset that the game is going to be running at 4K 30 because they want to push the best, you know, the best vibrant colors out with ray tracing and all that, you know, the reflections. The game probably will look beautiful with that setting, right? But the question is, the frustration is, this is a next gen console. Okay, they're pushing the narrative of 4K 120 hertz and yada yada yada, and this game can absolutely do 4K 120. I mean, it's not really, I don't think it's too demanding. I think Red Dead Redemption is really demanding. I think Resident Evil 8 is more demanding than Ratchet and Clank, obviously, for obvious reasons. You know, so going back to the article with Richard Review Tech, he was stating like, oh, it's not right that, you know, even because Insomniac Games didn't verify, even nowadays, like, you know, recently, that the game is coming out within like 3 or 4 weeks. So it was 2, 3, 4 weeks around there. They didn't really conclude that, hey, it's not going to be only 4K 30, guys, relax. But I don't think it's just going to be 4K 30. But to sit there and have no information out for months and just have this article from late 2020, August, September of 2020, and state that it's running at 4K 30 and 1080p 60, got a lot of people upset, man. Got a lot of people upset. Even myself, even though I'm probably not going to get it yet. I'll probably play it down the road. I'm not going to get it yet because Ratchet and Clank, I played it years and years ago. Man, I think on PlayStation 1 or 2. I don't remember. A long time ago. But, you know, to sit there and say that PlayStation 5 has games that's coming out in these kind of settings does not make sense. This is like, I mean, if you have 4K 30 with ray tracing, okay, that's a cool feature, right? It makes the game pop. You have great lighting and reflections. We understand that. That's great. But ray tracing is very demanding. For example, if I'm on PC, I was playing with ray tracing on with Resident Evil 8. It took out 20 to 40 frames, man. It took out a lot of frames. So I'm like, man, that stinks. Because I'd rather play with high frames. I'm sorry. I got used to the PC, and a lot of PlayStation gamers, you know, or fans are going to say, well, you're entitled or spoiled. Or I'm like, yeah, we do get spoiled nowadays, okay? Like, ladies and gentlemen, we get spoiled. Look at the games nowadays until back then, 90s and early 2000s. I mean, we're going to get spoiled now until the next generation, and so on and so on. That's the way it works, the way technology is. It just gets better and better. It is what it is. Or if you don't think that you know, you get spoiled, go download Stadia and play 60 frames on a Stadia and anywhere, mobile, tablet, PC, doesn't matter. You can spoil yourself with this. So don't act like, you know, oh, you guys got a PC, you're spoiling yourselves. No. But anyway, going back to the situation, I got a clip here from Dark 1985, and him and ISO were talking about this situation. I'm going to run a clip here shortly, but, you know, just to get their little feedback about what happened. Now, going back to what Rich said about the whole article and his input and an opinion about this whole situation, basically the same thing, that it's bullcrap. These are next gen consoles. Give us what we paid for. It's not right giving us old kind of tech that's going to be 4K 30 or 1080p 60. That's last gen capabilities, man. We're talking about a $500 console. Yes, it's a console. We all know this. It's a console, okay, but they made promises. Okay, I'm going to get into the 2.0 HDMI and 2.1 and like later, a little later on, or another video if this video gets too long. I don't want to make it too long for anybody. But, you know, to sit there and say that the game's going to be running at 4K 30, ray tracing, and 1080p 60, that's just uncalled for next gen. But let's just run this little clip here from Doc Dark. Shout out to you again, man. Let me use it, man. Much appreciated. Much love to you guys. But let's just check out this clip here.
So, if 4K 30, 1080p 60 was to be confirmed, would you consider that next gen?
No. Oh, wait, say again. 4K 30, right?
4K 30, yeah.
Yep.
And 1080p 60, if that was the case, because that's, you went off of the information that you had.
Right.
Right? That's the information that you had, right?
Yes.
So you considered that. That's why you made your title saying, you didn't say the game was going to be bad, like you said. I agree with you. I didn't hear you say that. You just said it's not next gen.
Yep. To me, that is not a next gen game.
You also had a problem with the $70 price tag for a game that's not next gen.
Yes, I did, because 4K 30, that's on the PS4 Pro and previous generation. Why? I bought a PS5 for all this advertisement, next gen, you know, the whole slogan PS5, there's no limit. Seems like you're limiting. Oh, you know, funny enough too, on the box, it says 8K, 4K, 120, and then it says HDR. And then I know the counter argument is, oh, it's gonna be up to 120. So you're telling me you're okay with the bare minimum of 30? That's not how it should be. Just saying.
So the $70 price tag doesn't make sense for something that's considered next gen, but it's not next gen. Okay, so you made that video off of the information that you had at the time, right?
Yes, I did. Yep.
Okay, how do you feel now? Do you feel wrong? Do you apologize for that information? What do you feel sorry for, if anything? I already made my apology video, so my people know I'm clear about what I'm sorry for and what I'm not sorry for. Go ahead.
So I'm sorry that I didn't have the information for the lower resolution. That is the only information that I feel was not correct, because in the articles it said 4K 30 is confirmed. If you look it up, literally all these articles come out and they're saying the same thing. There has not been one article that says something different. And I Googled resolution. I typed in the game name and I put in resolution, and all of them said the same thing. So yes, they were dated for late 2020, but that was the latest news for the game. So why would I not believe it when there's no other information or any other articles saying something else? There wasn't. It was all the same thing. So I don't feel wrong at all. And the thing is, people kept avoiding the 4K 30 and they're like, oh, it's not 1080p 60. It could be 1440p 60, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you do realize as of right now, the PS5 doesn't support 1440, and a lot of TVs do not support 1440. So using kind of, you know, it's either going to be 4K or 1080. Yeah, it's going to go from 4K 30 to 1080 60. I don't see any other options. I even asked someone, like, what is another resolution then? What is it?
Right.
And then, you know,
couldn't give you an answer.
Oh, it's 1440. Yeah, they're still stuck on the 1440.
So yeah, guys, so as you've seen there, right, they both made a video about the situation with the article, Ratchet & Clank, you know, Insomniac Games, or somebody made the article about Insomniac Games confirming 4K 30, 1080p 60. But the situation was that it was wrong information. The reason why is because Rich Review Tech made an apology video about putting out the wrong information, that, you know, it's not certified or verified that it's only going to run at these resolutions and frames, right? But here's my kicker, is that where is the information? It's almost launch time, and where's the developers stating, hey guys, listen, yes, it's gonna run at 4K 30 with ray tracing. It's gonna look beautiful, right? It doesn't matter. We had that last generation, we were cool with it. We're cool with it now, right? But give us the option with 4K 60 or even 4K 120, because I know with this kind of game with art style, it can run those. Give us a 1080p 30, or no, I'm sorry, 30. What? 1080p 30? Let's correct that. No, that's PS3 style. 1080p 60, 1080p 120. All right, like, let's just be realistic here. I know this game can run 4K 120, with ray tracing off. It's very demanding with ray tracing on. There's some games I would love ray tracing on, but it's like, is it really a big deal? Because especially if a game you're trying to like focus and not really, like, you're gonna look at an environment for a little bit and then move on, like, you know what I mean? But it's cool to have. It definitely is a cool feature to have. It's give us options, right? Like, it doesn't matter. But Insomniac Games, where is the information? Give us the information, so when YouTubers like Richard Review Tech, myself, ISO Motion Gaming, and Dark 1985, shout out to you guys again, we will make a video and put out the right information for our viewers and our subscribers, excuse me, that they come in and watch our videos, they like our content, and that we can give them the right information. Okay, this is why they watch our videos. They trust us with the right information. Now, if we say, oh, you guys got that from an article from months and months ago, yeah, but this is what we have. Don't shoot the messenger, shoot the message, because we didn't come up with the article. We didn't type it up. We read it. It was verified that this is what they had at the time. They didn't come out and state that, hey, we're going to be putting in this frames. He did verify, one of the developers, excuse me, I'll find the screenshot if I can. I do apologize. But they did say that it's not verified yet. These things are not, it's not going to be just these numbers. And just like ISO Motion Game has said that, there's 1440p. Again, PlayStation 5, does not have 1440p option. Okay. Now, going to the HDMI ports, 2.1, it is backwards compatible with 2.0. Now, why? Why, even though we might have 120 hertz automatic feature right now with the April update, right? Why didn't they have right out the box? Okay, nobody really has a 2.1 right now. There's some TVs out there, LG, Samsung, I think, like that, or even a couple monitors. I don't know yet. I'm trying to look for one, but it's a lot of money. I know Eve Spectrum, kind of up in the air about that. It's like $700-800 for a 1080p or 4K 2.1. It's like $800. I'm like, ooh, it's a little pricey there, but you know what I mean. But why didn't Sony implement a way for a 2.0 HDMI port that the port's already, like the HDMI port on the PlayStation is a 2.1, but why couldn't a 2.0 HDMI wire run into a monitor or a TV and have 1080p 120 4K 60 right off the rip? You know what I mean? Like, if it's only at 60 hertz, you're only getting 4K 60, 1080p 60. Why can't we have right off the rip 1080p 120? The HDMI 2.0 can easily do 4K 60 and 1080p 120. Now, with ray tracing on, it might use more bandwidth. This is why they have problems. It's not going to run as good. I don't know. With 21 gigabit of bandwidth on a 2.0, it's a little iffy. With a 2.1, it's going to be up to 48. You can easily handle these bandwidths. So again, is 4K 30? Does it matter to you? Seriously, because that's last gen. Even with ray tracing, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's unacceptable. These are next gen capabilities, and I know ray tracing, again, I don't want to contradict myself and call myself a hypocrite, but I'm done with 30 frames. And yes, I was playing on a PC for the last 3 months. I was playing Game Pass, Ubisoft Plus. I turned my PS5 on a few times because there's no games. There's Demon Souls, there's Miles Morales, there's Returnal. I tried it for 3 hours. Okay, I'll definitely get back into it. I'll definitely show some gameplay later on. But right now, there's no games that I really want to get into and dive into right now. There's just no. I'm waiting for Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West. Ratchet and Clank definitely looks good. Okay, it looks like a fun game, but I'm probably not going to buy it, to tell you the truth. And again, going to $70, this is going to be a video in itself. But going to $70, okay, and I am going to make a video about this one day soon. Why are we paying $70 for the same type of game on Xbox? Is it because of the controller with the adaptive triggers, the haptic feedback, etc.? Is that why? Because these next gen games on the Xbox is going to look just as good as a PS5 game. Why are we paying $10 more? Ratchet and Clank should not be $70. Okay, look at the game. It should not be $70. Point blank, period. Returnal should not be $70. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm being serious. Okay, we all have our own opinions, and I welcome any and all opinions. Okay, leave anything in the comment section if you disagree or agree. Let's talk about it. But anyway, guys, this is gonna do it for me, and thanks for watching. As always, stay chill and happy gaming. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.